Hello there guys, Dave Nader here, and today I got another movie review for you for the first time in a while. Yeah, it's been a while since I've uploaded a video. I know, I'm a terrible person. But it's October now, and I figured, hey, Halloween time, gotta bring you guys some horror movie reviews, namely enter viral movie reviews. Because I'm an idiot, I've been taking so long to get these reviews to you, but they will happen, okay. But before I get to those, I want to review the movie Ringu, the original version of The Ring, which came out in 1998. Now, when I was younger, I wasn't really allowed to watch horror movies, but now that I'm actually allowed, I was younger, but I was always interested in horror movies. But one of the, really popular horror movies that just for whatever reason never stuck out to me was the American remake of The Ring. I don't know why, but I've just never been particularly interested in it. And now that I'm actually seeking out horror movies because I'm allowed to watch them, just haven't really cared about The Ring. But the new Rings movie is coming out pretty soon, and I am more interested in was more interested in checking out Ringu, just maybe because the screenshots seem creepier to me, and like the poster, just like the girl like looking down like that. I don't know. It looks creepier to me. I was more interested in checking out Ringu, so I did. Plot synopsis. You probably know it, but still, it's how movie reviews go. You gotta say the plot synopsis. This movie is about a killer videotape. It's a cursed videotape, and once you watch it, you have a week to live, supposedly. And this woman, the main actress in the movie, she's a journalist, and she's heard about it, and some people have apparently died, and they did die a week after reviewing the videotape. So she decides to check it out for herself, and she watches it, and then her ex-husband watches it, and they begin to think that there might actually be some serious credence to the curse that this videotape has on it. And so they go on a journey investigating what's going on with this videotape, finding out the origins, and her ex-husband may or may not have certain gifts that may make it especially helpful, or be especially helpful for them while they're trying to figure out what's going on with this tape, and they may have to fight for their lives. So, Ringu. This movie's creepy. But before I really talk about, what you obviously have to talk about in a horror movie review, is it scary, I'm mainly going to talk about the characters and the acting, because that's really what's important in this movie, because there aren't a whole lot of scenes where crap hits the fan and like terrifying stuff is happening. The entire movie is incredibly well directed. It's just, there aren't a lot of sweeping, panning shots or anything, but it's just the lighting and just the shots. Like, they just look very ominous throughout the entire movie. And so it's a consistently very creepy movie, and especially with the music and just the sound design, just creepy sound effects in this movie. So it's consistently creepy throughout, but there aren't actually a lot of scenes to where, stuff is happening, like crap's hitting the fan and like they are in danger. But throughout the entire movie, you're still very interested because of the characters, the leading lady, the journalist, and her ex-husband. The leading lady, she gave such a good performance. I'm totally blanking on what her actual name is, the actress's name, but she was just so good in this movie. She was instantly relatable, and she really helped to bring an air of authenticity to this, fantastical scenario, like excluding the somewhat, like fantasy, very supernatural elements of this movie. Like, this feels like very grounded and real, and you can totally believe what's going on, and it feels like something that could actually happen. And like, the serious supernatural elements are really downplayed in this movie, very minimal. So it really, like, while watching the movie, it's very easy to put yourself in their shoes and be like, oh man, like, I don't know what I would do if this was happening to me. And she's just so likable, and she has good dialogue with other characters in the movie. You really want her to be able to take care of herself, of course, and her son. Her son also doesn't have a lot of screen time, but does give a good performance. A very young child actor, but very believable for how a little boy would actually act. And her ex-husband, I can't remember the name of the actor either, but he plays like the douchebag samurai in every samurai movie, like in 47 Ronin and in The Last Samurai. I've always liked that guy. And, oh yeah, and in The Wolverine. I've always liked this actor, and I had no idea he was actually in this movie, so that was a pleasant surprise. I was like, oh, that guy, I love that guy. And he's just really good in this movie. And as I said, he may or may not have certain gifts that make it, especially helpful for them when they're trying to investigate what's going on. And, that was an interesting element to the story. And yes, I knew, like, the big moments of the movie. Like, I knew certain key things that were going to happen, because everyone talks about the ring. So without spoiling it, I knew the biggest moment of the movie, to where, like, the villain emerges from a place. I'm not going to give it away. So I knew stuff like that, but there were plenty of things that I didn't know about in regards to the story, and it caught me off guard. Just little details. I was like, that's really interesting, and it really drew me in, because of the characters who are so likable, and the good direction, and just the story, which is really interesting. You really want to find out what's going on, and especially because it feels just so grounded and real, it really draws you in. And it's just a very interesting story. And when stuff does hit the fan, when creepy stuff is happening, whew, man, hard to watch. I'm admittedly a lightweight when it comes to scary stuff, and yeah, this movie got to me. It scared me, for sure. And I can't really say that there's a whole lot to talk about with this movie, because unlike the remake, which I believe is like 2.5 hours long, this movie's only 90 minutes, but it's a thoroughly interesting and just very entertaining and creepy 90 minutes with characters that you really care about, and just despite the scenario being technically unrealistic, it just feels so believable and real and genuine, and it makes it very easy to put yourself in their shoes and be like, if this was happening to you, like, what the heck would you do? So for me, I'm going to give this movie an A-. I totally recommend it. And again, I'm going to do my best to get you guys some more horror movie reviews, especially and survival reviews this October. Please look forward to those. But anyways, if you like this video, please rate and comment and subscribe. And if you want to, you can also share. Goodbye.